Ladies, let me ask you something real quick. Why is it that the moment you start healing, glowing, and moving on, here he come, out the blue, a "Hey stranger" text, a fire emoji on your story, maybe even a random call like he accidentally dialed you? Please, now you're sitting there wondering, why is he back? What does this mean, and why do I feel so twisted up about it? Well, today, we're not gonna sugarcoat it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about why men come running back after no contact, and more importantly, how to overcome all those negative feelings that come with it, because this isn't just about him popping back up. This is about you, your peace, your power, and your progress, so buckle up. We're gonna laugh, maybe cry a little, but by the end of this, you're gonna remember exactly who you are, and why you don't have to let the past knock on your door twice. Let me tell you something, and I need you to hear me loud and clear. Asterisk, asterisk, he didn't leave because you weren't enough. Asterisk, asterisk, he left because he didn't know what he had. That's not your burden to carry. That's his lesson to learn. See, men, we can be slow learners sometimes. We don't always recognize value in the moment. Sometimes it takes distance, silence, and your absence to make the picture clear. You know how people say you don't know what you've got till it's gone. That's not just a song lyric, that's real life. When a man walks away from a good woman, he often convinces himself that he's not missing much. He tells himself he needs time, space, freedom, maybe even thinks there's something better out there. But here's what really happens. He starts to see that all that better ain't built like you. See, when a woman is loyal, loving, consistent, and present asterisk asterisk, that becomes the norm asterisk asterisk for a man. He gets comfortable. He forgets that not every woman is gonna pray for him when he's down, support his dreams when they're shaky, or check on his spirit when the world beats him up. He forgets, and that forgetfulness, that's what walks him out the door. But life has a funny way of humbling a man. It's in those quiet nights when nobody's texting, "Did you eat today?" or checking in on his goals that the memory of you creeps in. It's when he scrolls past your name and realizes there's no more green light under it, no more access, no more energy. That's when the regret hits, and regret has a way of rewinding the tape and replaying all the moments he took for granted. That's when he realizes you weren't just a chapter in his life. You were the whole book he stopped reading halfway through. And here's where you have to be strong, because when he returns, he's not always coming back because he's ready. Sometimes he comes back because he's asterisk, lonely asterisk, because the dating pool out there is cold, shallow, and lacking soul. Sometimes he's not running back to love you. He's running from realizing he messed up, and that's not the same thing. Let me tell you something else. Asterisk, asterisk, your value doesn't rise and fall based on who walks in or out of your life. Asterisk, asterisk, you were valuable when he left. You were valuable when you cried, and you are even more valuable now that you've healed. Never forget that. Don't let the return of someone who once couldn't appreciate you confuse you into thinking their presence validates your worth. His return is not the win. Asterisk, you asterisk are the win. The way you picked yourself up, the way you kept going, the way you grew. That's the real comeback story. Not him showing up in your DM at 11:43 p.m. talking about "I miss you." Oh, you miss me? Nah, you miss asterisk asterisk access asterisk asterisk to me. You miss the peace I brought, the energy I gave, and the consistency I offered. Let's call it what it is. He walked away from gold and the world handed him copper. Now he's back like he just discovered treasure. But the real flex isn't whether he returns. The real flex is asterisk asterisk, how you handle it. Asterisk asterisk, do you let him back into the same seat he abandoned? Or do you say, "Nah, this table's reserved for someone who sees the value and doesn't need to leave to recognize it"? Listen, I'm not saying people can't change. I'm saying they've got to earn their place back in your life, and just because they come back doesn't mean you owe them a thing, not a conversation, not closure, not comfort. Growth teaches you that peace is more precious than history, and sometimes keeping the door closed asterisk is asterisk the closure. So the next time he returns, don't ask yourself what he wants. Ask yourself what asterisk asterisk you want. Asterisk asterisk ask yourself if opening that door moves you forward or pulls you back into a version of yourself you already outgrew. Because you're not who you were when he left. You're wiser, stronger, more self-aware. You've done the work, and that healing, that glow up, it wasn't for him. It was for asterisk you asterisk. Asterisk asterisk he left. You leveled up. Asterisk asterisk, let me say something that might sting a little, but it's the truth. Asterisk asterisk, just because he came back doesn't mean he's changed. Asterisk asterisk, don't get caught up in the excitement of a man returning. See, when he disappears, when he ghosts you, when he vanishes into silence like Houdini, he's not just removing himself from your life. He's also making a statement. Asterisk, I'm not ready for you. Asterisk, that's the part we gotta pay attention to. The exit says just as much as the entrance. Now when that same man returns after no contact, looking all apologetic, smooth with his words, acting like he's been on a spiritual journey, pause. Don't rush to open the door. Asterisk asterisk, his return is not a testimony of growth, it's a test. Asterisk asterisk, and baby, life will keep sending you the same test until you pass it. Some men don't come back to build, they come back to borrow your time. Borrow your energy, borrow your body. They're not here for commitment, they're here for comfort. And if you ain't careful, you'll confuse the two. You'll see him showing up and think it means he finally sees you. Nah, sometimes he just sees that the options he tried to chase don't measure up. That ain't love, that's desperation, that's boredom, that's ego. You ever notice how they don't come back when you're crying over them? They don't come back when you're checking their social media, hoping they post something meaningful. No, they come back asterisk asterisk when you've found peace. Asterisk asterisk when your skin clears up, when your energy shifts, when you stop texting them. They feel that absence, they feel you detaching, and suddenly their memory gets real sharp. But here's where the trap is. They know the asterisk right things asterisk to say. I've been thinking about you. I've changed. I've grown. Oh, they've got scripts now. But here's the question asterisk asterisk, what's different in their behavior? Asterisk asterisk, because if he's still playing the same games, using the same excuses, giving the same inconsistencies, then that's not growth. That's a remix of the same old nonsense. Growth don't just talk, it walks. It shows up on time. It respects boundaries. It communicates. It's consistent. You don't have to guess what healed intentions look like. They show up clear. So if he's back and he's still inconsistent, still unsure, still figuring things out, let me tell you something. That man is not back for asterisk you asterisk. He's back to see if he still has access. He's not asking to rebuild. He's checking to see if the lock still works. And you've got to be smarter this time. You've got to look beyond the words and see the patterns. Is he showing up for real, or is he just interrupting your healing? Because some folks are not sent by God. They're sent by your past to see if you're still stuck in it. That's why you've got to stay alert. When he returns, don't open your heart automatically. Observe, ask yourself, does this feel like peace, or does this feel like a replay? I get it. He knows you. He knows how to speak to the part of you that still remembers the good times. But don't let your memory of asterisk moments asterisk outweigh your understanding of asterisk patterns asterisk. A few sweet memories ain't enough to excuse a cycle. You need more than chemistry. You need consistency. You need clarity. You need commitment. If he can't offer that, then what he's offering is confusion. And confusion, that's not love. It's a delay, a distraction, a detour from your purpose. So the next time a man comes back, slow it down. Don't run to post him. Don't rush to forgive him. Don't romanticize the return. Test the fruit. Watch the walk. See if his words have roots in real change, or if they're just floating in the wind. You've grown too much to get caught in recycled pain. You've cried enough tears to know what emotional peace costs, and it costs too much to gamble it on someone who left you unsure the first time. Asterisk asterisk this time, make sure love feels like freedom, not fear. Asterisk asterisk now let's talk about what happens asterisk in you asterisk when he comes back after disappearing. Because I know how that emotional roller coaster feels. You've been doing the work, trying to move forward, maybe even starting to feel like yourself again. And boom, here he comes, a text, a call, a random just thinking about you. And suddenly your peace gets rattled. That confusion creeps back in and you start feeling all kinds of things you thought you left behind. Let me tell you something, and I want you to remember this. Asterisk asterisk negative feelings are normal. Asterisk asterisk you're not weak for feeling hurt. You're not crazy for being angry. You're not overly emotional for sitting with confusion. You're human. You loved, you gave, you trusted, and he broke that. Now he's popped back into your life like nothing happened, and all those emotions you buried come rushing back to the surface like a wave. That's real, that's valid, but here's the key asterisk asterisk you don't have to stay in those feelings. Asterisk asterisk you don't have to unpack your bags in that pain. See, those emotions are signals, not destinations. They're meant to be acknowledged, not lived in. Just like a storm, they pass. But if you're not careful, you'll mistake a temporary emotional reaction for a permanent emotional home. You start asking yourself, did I do something wrong? Was I not enough? Why didn't he stay the first time? And now your brain's playing all these movies that make you doubt your worth. Stop that. That's not your truth. That's your wound talking. And wounds, when left unattended, bleed all over the healing you've been trying to do. Listen to me, asterisk asterisk, his return doesn't mean you failed. Asterisk asterisk, it doesn't mean you weren't enough. It just means he couldn't see clearly when he had you, and that's not on you, that's on him. You can't carry the blame for someone else's blindness. Don't let your mind replay old scenes like they're proof you were the problem. You were doing your best with what you had. That's all anybody can do. But here's the other part. When those negative emotions show up, anger, sadness, disappointment, you don't run from them. You face them, you sit with them long enough to understand what they're trying to tell you. Maybe it's telling you that you've still got healing to do. Maybe it's showing you where your boundaries need to be stronger. Or maybe it's just reminding you of how far you've come, because the old you would have let him back in without a second thought. And let's be honest, sometimes those feelings come with shame. You think, why am I still feeling like this? I should be over it. But who said healing was a race? Who said moving on had to be linear? Healing ain't cute, it ain't polished. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes it's crying at midnight and feeling fine the next morning. That's part of the process. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep showing up for yourself. Now, I need you to hear this. Asterisk asterisk, you are not your pain. Asterisk asterisk, you are not the mistake he made. You are not the version of you that begged for love, or cried in silence, or checked your phone hoping for a text that never came. That was a moment, not your identity. Who you are is who you're becoming. Stronger, wiser, more grounded. Every negative feeling you've overcome is proof that you've grown, and don't be afraid to get help. Talk to your friends, write it out, pray, go to therapy, do what you need to do to move that pain out of your system. Because if you keep carrying it, you're gonna pass it on into your next relationship, your peace, your purpose. And the truth is, you deserve more than to keep bleeding over someone who didn't have the capacity to hold your heart. It's okay to feel. Just don't let those feelings trap you in a story you've already outgrown. You didn't come this far to crumble the moment the past knocks at your door. You've cried, yes, but now it's time to rise. Rise with more clarity, more boundaries, more love for yourself. So when the pain shows up, when that old confusion wants to drag you back into the mess, just pause, breathe. Remind yourself, asterisk asterisk, I've felt this before, and I survived. Asterisk asterisk, let's make one thing real clear right now. Asterisk asterisk, you are the prize. Asterisk asterisk, period. Not a backup plan, not an emotional placeholder, not someone's maybe later. You are the win. You are the peace, the inspiration, the support, the fire, the light asterisk asterisk, the whole blessing asterisk asterisk. And when a man comes back after leaving, you've got to ask yourself, asterisk, does this man even know what he's standing in front of? Asterisk C, it's easy to forget who you are when you've been through heartache. When someone you loved walked away, left you hanging, ghosted you like you meant nothing, that'll shake your spirit. And when they come back, part of you might start wondering, asterisk, maybe I wasn't the problem. Maybe he finally realized, asterisk, and listen, sometimes he asterisk asterisk does asterisk asterisk realize. But even when he does, that doesn't mean you just hand over access like nothing happened. There's a difference between forgiveness and access. You can forgive him and still say, this version of me, the one who's been through the fire and came out glowing, you don't get to come in just because you finally woke up. Too many women sit around waiting to be chosen, like they're standing on a shelf. Let me tell you something, you are not on sale. You are not a discounted version of yourself waiting for someone to come and pick you up on clearance. No, you are the asterisk asterisk premium limited edition once in a lifetime model. Asterisk asterisk, and if a man doesn't see that, then guess what? He ain't your buyer. That's not your person. You've got to stop asking asterisk, will he come back? Asterisk, and start asking asterisk, do I even want him back? Asterisk, because sometimes the only reason you miss him is because you forgot who you were before he dimmed your light. Sometimes we get so used to pain that we confuse it with passion. That's not chemistry, that's chaos. Real love don't leave. Real love don't make you question your worth. Real love don't need no second chance to recognize what's in front of it. You've done the hard part already. You survived the silence. You endured the loneliness. You stopped checking your phone every 5 minutes. You wiped your own tears. You pulled yourself out of that emotional ditch and stood back up with no one but you. And that's powerful. So now that he's back, now that he's trying to spin the block like nothing happened, don't forget who had to rebuild the woman he broke. Don't forget who loved you back to life you. It was your prayers, your growth, your strength. Don't let the return of the same man who couldn't handle your love trick you into shrinking just to fit back into a place you already outgrew. And I know some of y'all are saying, but he says he's different now. He says he's ready. Okay, great asterisk asterisk, let his actions say it louder. Asterisk asterisk, because change isn't something you talk about, it's something you show. You're not looking for a man who knows how to apologize. You're looking for one who knows how to honor. One who doesn't just come back, but comes correct. One who doesn't just miss you, but sees you. You don't need a man to validate your worth. You validate yourself every time you say no to chaos, yes to peace, and choose your future over your past. That's what it means to reclaim your power. It means realizing that love should add to you, not cost you your peace. It means knowing that anyone who truly values you won't wait until you're gone to recognize your worth. And let me tell you this, if he's back and you still feel small around him, still feel unsure, still feel like you have to prove yourself asterisk asterisk, that's your sign. Asterisk asterisk, that's your spirit telling you this ain't it. Love shouldn't make you shrink, it should let you expand. So now the ball is in your court, not his. He had his turn. You've got to protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. Protect your growth like it's gold, because it is. And protect your heart like it's the crown jewel, because it is. And if a man can't meet you where you are now, after all you've been through, after all you've healed, after all you've learned asterisk asterisk, he doesn't deserve to sit at the table you built with your own hands. Asterisk asterisk.